I'm dying.
I was about to be excited that you're alive, but apparently I won't be.
I'm dying, not really, but I could be.
Could be worse. Why is that? That is interesting. Wait, okay. That makes no sense. Huh. Fascinating.
Okay. Nope. Come on, Charlie. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Wrong button. Beep, 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 beep.
You're a wrong button, sir.
Where, man? Oh, shit. What the hell is that? Okay, there we go. All right, I definitely... Okay, we're just going to do the best we can. This is not in the right order, but screw it. Let's do it.
What could possibly not go wrong?
So many things, man. So many things.
It's not part of the fun. Things go wrong, and then they go right, and then they go left, and then they go up, and maybe down.
How did this...
How indeed, sir. How
this
indeed.
chair that I had that I pushed off the side somehow got back on camera, so... Alrighty. Let's do this. Hit the record button, Charlie. And then double check Zealeus' audio. Zealeus?
Do I have audio?
Yes,
What
okay, good.
is my audio?
All right, now I'm going to mute you. And we'll start the show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Celtic Fusion Thursday Night Hangout.
What is up in the podcast of life?
Zealeus is old.
I don't know what you're talking about. There is no old. It is but a state of mental being, and you are only as old as you let yourself be.
Sure, whatever you say, Zealeus.
That's what I'm going with. It makes me sleep better at night.
There you go. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Charlie, and I'm joined once again by the prolific comer himself and the old man himself, Zealeus.
And yet you're still older than me.
No. Age is but a number.
I mean, if you go by the numbers, you're older than me.
Actually, we're tied right now.
I suppose.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Thursday Night Hangout. It's a live show where I try our best to cover the topics most important to you during the show. At any point during the show, if you have any topics, thoughts, opinions, subjects, whatever, drop them in the chat, be it on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, and we'll try to get to it. If we do, unfortunately, run out of time, we'll add it to the very next show. So, without further ado, and excuse me, I got to clear the frog out of my throat.
That's okay. I always forget when I jump on the show to put on my non-reflective glasses.
Ah, there you go. All right. Let's get it down to brass tacks. Let's start off with, unfortunately, a couple of sad stories.
What's a week in the world without sad news?
Indeed. We didn't have a show last week, did we? No, we did not.
That is very sad. It does indeed make me
Yes,
sad.
that was a bit of sad news. Also, the one and only Lord of Darkness passed away.
I know that was he like it's like he held out literally just to do his last
Farewell
show. Yes.
show.
So, yes, indeed. Cheers out for the leader of the crazy train himself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then let's also raise our glasses to Hulkamania as he has passed as well.
Brother! That one shocked me. Like, I knew about Ozzy because,
yeah,
I mean, nobody knows how Ozzy actually lived as long as he did, let's be honest. But, like, because last I read, like, Hogan was, like, starting a, like, wrestling thing with Eric Bischoff or something. So, like, to see that was like, huh? So, yeah, he was definitely an indelible part of my growing up. With obviously wrestling and all that goes with it.
Yeah.
Had quite the turn in reception as he got older. Some things came out. So it is always interesting how fame can be very fickle.
Yes.
Yeah. You say you're doing a couple controversial things, and next thing you know, it's yeah.
Yeah. And then finally, in the gaming world, the father of the Elder Scrolls series, Julian LeFay, has passed away at the age of 59.
Jeez. Yeah, it's what do they say? It comes in threes.
Yeah. I mean, there's other deaths that occurred, but for me, that's the three that I'm latching onto.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude, by the way, so I'm going to go a little bit more into the Julian LeFay thing. First of all, 59, it's not that old.
No, it's not. It makes me feel young, old. I don't know which it's supposed to be, actually. It makes me feel something weird.
But the reason why I want to I want to go a little bit deeper into this is that the first game that he really worked on,
yeah,
as a designer. Oh, the first one that he had a variety of roles on was Wayne Gretzky Hockey.
Wow, that brings back.
Yeah. And then he worked on in the 90s, the Terminator, the very first Elder Scrolls game. Then it was Elder Scrolls Daggerfall, and then also Elder Scrolls Legend Battlespire. And then he came back to do contract work for Morrowind. So, I mean, you know, he was a pivotal guy in some of the series. Or, I mean, you know, Elder Scrolls now is what I think they stopped numbering them. I think they just put like Elder Scrolls and then a name after it.
It's Elder Scrolls. That's all I know.
Let me see how many Elder Scrolls there are. Because
more than I've played. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I haven't played all of them either. Let's see here. Arena, Daggerfall, Battlespire, Redguard, Morrowind, then a bunch of expansions for Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online.
There are a lot of options.
Was there not one after Skyrim?
Oh, it's always possible.
I don't think so. That's crazy. I thought there was one after Skyrim, or I guess. Okay, sorry. They announced number 6, and it's just 6. It doesn't have a name after it.
What about Elder Scrolls Online?
That was in 2014.
it could still. Who knows?
That was probably the last. I mean, there was other stuff. There was the remake, the Oblivion remake this year, but I guess the newest property would be online.
Yeah.
But but anyways,
Eventually it'll come.
yeah. So I was, I was on vacation last week, but I still kept, my ear out and my eyeballs out for any interesting news. And I did find this bit of news interesting. We are now, for anime fans out there, we are now entering the final season of My Hero Academia. Okay.
And how many seasons have there been?
Is it? Oh man, you had to ask. I had the number, and now I can't remember. I want to say it's at least 8. I think, right? Okay, the manga is 42 volumes. And
I see 7. I see season
Yep,
7 was out
season
in
8.
October.
Season 8 is the final one.
I haven't yet watched My Hero Academia. Have you?
I have watched like the first 2 seasons twice now. Once subbed, and then I took some time off because a bunch of anime that was interesting caught my attention, and then I was like, oh, I'll go back. I'm like, oh, but it's dubbed now. So I watched the dubbed, and I can't tell you where the heck I am anymore. I'll probably have to start again from scratch. But the reason why I bring up,
It sounds like you need to continue watching it.
Huh?
Sounds like you need to continue watching it.
I do. But the interesting news about the final season coming out is apparently the strain on the voice actors for all of the battles, and if for anyone out there who I guess somehow doesn't know this, when you do voice acting, you're not just doing the lines. You also have to do the grunts and the screams and the I took the punch, sounds and all that stuff. And apparently this final season is so intense on the voice actors that some voice actors have actually passed out because they pushed themselves too hard.
That's very intense.
Hardcore, man.
The voice acting.
So
I say it's something I should be adding to my Crunchyroll queue one of these days.
Yes, but from my understanding, like I said, I've not gotten past season 2, but what you think is going to be the storyline is not going to be the storyline, is what I've been told.
Sure, that helps a lot. That really narrows it down, because then
absolutely.
you have a infinite possibility of open storylines.
Yes. But yeah.
At least it's actually a show that's coming to an end instead of just going on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and never come to an end, I guess.
Actually, you know what? This one I feel like has actually had a pretty solid release schedule too, which is a rarity in this day and age.
So true. Yeah.
I mean, they've been able to, both the manga and the anime have kept a pretty good pace. So that I think, let's see here, it's been going for 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it advertised and all that good stuff.
Yeah, but so 10 years, 8 seasons in 10 years, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
No, it's certainly need to tell Netflix how it's done.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, tell Netflix, tell Crunchyroll, tell High Dive, tell Amazon Prime does a pretty good job at at releasing their own content on a okay schedule.
They're actually not the worst.
No.
They're very much at Amazon where half the stuff just gets axed, but at least if they continue series, it's usually a pretty decent turnaround. I'd agree.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Amazon, and I told Zealeus this before the show, I unfortunately have my tabs out of order. So that's why I'm kind of stumbling from topic to topic, because not only am I having to open up tabs, but I'm also having to shift it so that I know what order we talked about. So when I do that fun little synopsis that you see on if you look up at the podcast, or if you're looking at the video on YouTube, you see the whole list of topics. I want to get them in sequential order, chronological order, so that so it works better for the individual. Anyways, speaking of Amazon Prime, it was announced that there is another video game live action adaptation TV show coming to Amazon.
Mass Effect!
No, yes, Mass Effect. So we have Fallout, we got Mass Effect, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the latest one announced from Amazon with
God of War!
Do what?
God of War.
Are they doing God of War 2 as well?
I'm actually not being. I'm pretty sure they actually announced God of War. I could have sworn.
No, I know someone announced God of War, but is that Amazon?
That's actually a good question. I don't know what service does what anymore. Are you kidding me?
So guess what, guys? It's not God of War either.
No, God of War is Amazon Prime.
Okay, well, Jesus. Amazon Prime is literally just scooping up every single video game IP and making it live action. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Sure. Okay. So it's.
Wait, I'm gonna take another guess.
Okay, go for it.
Assassin's Creed.
No, it's not.
Damn
but
it.
You're right. That's coming too.
Okay, I'm out of guys. Let's see here. Animal Crossing.
No, but if Animal Crossing was coming, I think that Netflix would probably have the inside track on that one.
Okay, I'm out of guesses.
Okay, this one's actually technically an oldie. They are making a Wolfenstein TV series.
Okay, I have one question.
Yes.
Do we get to shoot Nazis?
Do you get to watch them shoot Nazis?
I vicariously shoot Nazis.
Yes.
I'm actually kind of curious, about, is it going to be ultra violent? Because that is the thing with anyone who, I don't know if people quite understand now, but back in the day when Wolfenstein 3D came out, that ultra violent, gory games didn't really exist at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're super commonplace now because it's how many FPS are. I mean, it's FPSs are everywhere, but that one just smack you in the face. And the whole point is just there's no story, there's no anything. You just shoot guns and kill Nazis. So, yeah, I'm kind of curious. How violent is it going to be?
So the team behind Fallout is attached to this project. And although no specific plot details are being shared, the team behind it has shared an official log line that says the story of killing Nazis is evergreen.
Oh.
So
okay.
yes, they will be killing Nazis.
I still have not finished the Fallout TV series.
I have not either.
I don't find it bad. I just find it boring, honestly.
Yeah,
I just some TV series grabs me, and first right now I'm obsessed with Star Trek, not Brave New World, Strange New Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually sucker and got Paramount Plus so I can watch the next 2 seasons because they had the free thing on Amazon Prime. Absolutely obsessed.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I don't know. There's just something about Fallout that just doesn't entertain me. I just kind of watch. I'm just kind of meh. I don't know. The acting's good. The sets are good. Just the show itself is just kind of for me. And I know a lot of people love it.
Yeah.
Great, but yeah, it just but different shows for different people.
This is true. This is true.
I do hope because these are what could potentially be great. I don't know about Wolfenstein, honestly, because there's not a story, but like,
What do you mean? Man
okay,
goes on mission, kills Nazis. There's the story.
I actually hope like it's 40 minutes of what was like the first 10 minutes of the Halo TV series.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want. So if anybody's gonna watch the first 10 minutes of the Halo TV series is like just a glorious 10-minute over-the-top Halo thing. Like they think I spent like 90% of their budget in that first 10 minutes, probably.
Mm-hmm.
It was glorious. That's one from Wolfenstein TV series, but like every episode, not just crap thereafter.
Right.
Yeah. So cool. So I guess maybe in 5 years we'll see these shows.
Maybe.
We'll see. Yeah. Okay, so of those, what is a video game series that you'd like to see adapted into a TV series?
Well, okay, so
in progress.
One thing, it can't be one that's already in progress?
Correct. It has to be like something not in progress.
Okay, well, then that takes a couple of them off the table for me. Because I am, well, this wouldn't be a TV series, this could be a movie, but I am very interested to see what the Legend of Zelda live action is going to be. But
I think everyone has to be here.
What video game series would I love to see? Nope, that one's already been announced too. Shit. Okay. This is getting really complicated here. You know what? There would be a mini series. Maybe I've just have that nostalgia for it, but I think that the game Heavy Rain would be a really good one to make a like a mini series adaptation and have it.
Which ending do you pick?
Right, that's the thing though, because there were so many endings. I mean, it probably costs too much money, but could you pull off some like almost Clue like movie where for those of you out there, there's this building back in the day where people would drive to go see movies instead of just turning on their streaming service. And there was a movie called Clue, and they had 3 endings. And some theaters, the ending was unknown, but it was going to be a random one of 3. Now, of course, if you bought the DVD or the Blu-ray or you watch it on streaming services, you get spoiled because it goes, that could have been how it happened, or it could have happened this way. And then it did all 3, where the third one is probably your perfect ending.
I'm waiting for like a Pokemon TV series.
Pokemon TV, yeah. Well, I mean, live action, that would cost a lot, though.
Yeah, I mean, look, they made a movie off of like Battleship. Who thought that would be a thing? So they can make a movie off of anything. Let's be honest.
This is true.
Or I guess TV series, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I would like to see an Alan Wake TV show, though. Alan Wake it's too. I think it'd be too close to, like, oh my gosh, Twin Peaks. So I don't know if people would do that, but then
I would like to see Baldur's Gate, actually.
That would be interesting.
That'd be
I can't think of any other ones off the top of my head. I'm sure there's like a bajillion rattling around inside my brain. But I can't think of it right now.
I'm sure it'll come to you in the middle of the night. You're like, Eureka! Sure. I know exactly what to do.
Oh, I'm sure. It's, Um, it's how my brain works. It's when I'm not thinking is when all that stuff happens.
Isn't that the beauty of it?
Huh?
Isn't that the beauty of it?
Yes, it is. Um. Anywho, moving on to the next story. One of the actually this is a great segue because Zealeus, of course, was talking about what I would like to see as a TV show, and we had actually talked about this. There's a game that I completed that I loved. I was a little let down with some of the in-game content, but I loved it because of the music, because of the art style. Of course, what I'm talking about is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. They, of course, we talked about this before. I picked up the game that for some reason they were going to make a TV series out of it before the game was even released. And then I was like, what? That's insane. And then I played the game. I'm like, oh my God, that's going to be beautiful.
Now I understand.
Now I totally understand. But the really cool thing about Clair Obscur Expedition 33, because of their success, a big name dude in the gaming industry, a gentleman by the name of Kojima, actually invited the developers of that studio out to come hang out with him. And his special request for when they showed up was that they all sign, they autograph a copy of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 for him so that he could keep it in his collection.
I think they also did a thing with Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah, I think that, Square Enix, yeah.
That was a couple weeks ago before that. But
But still,
that's cool to see that, though.
Yeah, the big names, either studios or actual, like creators going, I want to hang out with you guys because what you guys did is amazeballs.
So my question is,
Yes.
how quickly are like the Microsofts and the Sonys making offers to the studio to buy them?
Right.
I have to imagine at some point given the success that they're making overtures to be like, so what can we take to purchase you out, my friends? You made such a great game. And we pinky promise that we would not interfere with future creative endeavors.
Yeah. Exactly.
I hope not, because the developers have talked about a number of times where with a AAA developer or publisher, I suppose, this game would have never been made, or
No,
it would
would
be
not
in
have.
10 years. And it would have been quadruted to death at that point.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have seen the game. So I can't bring it up. So one of my favorite games last epoch was a indie ARPG that was recently bought out by, oh God, what's the name of the company? I posted on Steam. I forget what the name. It's the
name of the company that developed it was 11th Hour Games.
Hour Games, but the publisher who bought them, it's the same publisher of PUBG.
It's Krafton.
Krafton, thank you, and Subnautica too, which has this whole host of legal issues now.
Yep.
So they bought them lock, stock, and barrel. So that's the fear there, where it's right now it's all daisies and happy rainbows. Or it's like, no, this is just a financial infusion, and they're going to allow us to do what we want. But how long does that actually last? Is always the worry with any kind of basically buyout like that.
Yes. Are they going to be able to continue to operate as is, or is it going to become the bigger company skins the smaller company alive, and then you have someone just walking around in that developer's dead skin suit?
Well, the tricky part is you got to believe at some level the reason you sell out like that, and I don't mean sell out. I mean the reason you sell like that is money, right? You need money to develop games. It costs money. We all know that, acknowledge that.
Yep.
But if you're not making enough money now where you have to sell, then at the end of the day, you're being bought out because they expect the ROI, return on investment.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, you have to somehow magically increase your profits. So that's where the trick is like, how does that happen?
Microtransactions.
Well, essentially, so a game, so like, one of the big comparisons is obviously the two big comparisons right now are Diablo 4 and Path of Exile 2 are like the two big, ones you compare against. Well,
Right.
Diablo 4, the game is $60 still, I think. It's still not cheap, and you have the paid expansions, and you still have cosmetics out the wazoo, which, yes, I could see Last Epoch doing. But the other thing that something like Path of Exile has going for it is it's almost like mandatory to purchase stash caps. Just with the way the game and the currency is made, it's free to play, but it's known. Spend $20 to $40 to buy these stash tabs to make the game playable, basically. Last Epoch doesn't really have that built-in money sink. There's things that are nice to have, but I played the game pretty extensively, a couple hundred hours, and there's really nothing where I felt like I need to purchase this part of like an add-on to make a more enjoyable gaming experience.
Diablo
which to me
4 is at $49.99.
Sorry, one time.
$49.99
for Diablo still.
Yep.
So that's that's kind of one of the questions for a game like Last Epoch. Like, where are you going to make that money?
Mm-hmm.
Battle Pass is always a question, obviously. And I'm not opposed to a Battle Pass. I abhor paid Battle Passes. Which, why have a Battle Pass if it's not paid? That would be part of the question, obviously. So, yeah. So I'll be we're all of the ARPG community is very interested to see where Last Epoch goes from here, because it's a fantastic game at the moment.
So battle passes, are you okay with like a 2-track battle pass?
I have no issues with a battle pass in a free to play game.
Mm-hmm.
In a game like Diablo 4, which admittedly I bought Diablo 4,
Yep.
but to also then have no, Destiny is a paid game. So yeah, a lot of games do it. I know that's not the only ones, but Diablo 4, you have the free battle pass, yes, and then you have the paid track to give you more stuff, basically.
Pretty shiny stuff.
More shiny stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is shinies. It's, as far as I know, at least, it's all cosmetic, so it's not the end of the world, but it still is a little bit sour in my taste. It just kind of is what it is. It is also interesting to me where battle passes, specifically paid battle passes, inherently to reach like those top tiers also require usually a pretty significant amount of gameplay.
Yes.
So it's almost like you now have this extra. So again, if it's free, who cares? Like, you didn't play, let's just say 200 hours in this league. You didn't pay, so you don't get the top shiny gift. Like, okay, cool. But like, I don't know. There's something odd to me about it where it's like, I'm paying for this battle pass, but if I don't pay it in at 100 to 200 hours, I'm not getting all that my money could have recouped.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just an awkward type of situation to me. Because they're all seasonal. Like, I don't know about Destiny. I don't know if they do seasons, but Diablo 4's battle passes are definitely seasonal.
Well, I could tell you two off the top of my head that are definitely seasonal. That being Legends of Runeterra and also Brawlhalla. And let's go for 3 here, Paladins as well.
Yep.
And I'm sure that Smite is basically anything that from high res, you're going to have the 2-track. But then again, we're talking about a free-to-play game that has a battle pass where there's 2 tracks instead of paying and then having a pay track as well, which would be weird.
Yeah. Which games do it. It's a thing.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm very aware of that.
You know, but yeah, and it's so, yep, who knows?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who indeed knows?
Yeah.
All right. Let's pause real quick to thank the individuals who help Alter Confusion be the Alter Confusion that you love and adore. And that, of course, is the friends of the show. And to start us off, of course, we start with the Indie Cluster. The Indie Cluster is an organization of independent game developers that want to gain exposure by being involved in the community. They collectively journey to popular conferences as a traveling booth to help gain attention for their games. They make partnerships in local communities to bring games to the mainstream mindset. They highlight local, unusual, and rare concepts that challenge the paradigm of the common. They also host events to teach kids and minority groups about game development to hopefully one day enter the industry themselves. For more information, go to indiecluster.com. The next shout out we're going to give is to the AV master himself. That, of course, is Noodle Boy Media. Founded in 2015 by Andrew Tran, Noodle Boy Media, previously White Kid 47 Media, is your choice for professional photo shoots and panel recordings at conventions. They pride themselves in providing a high level of professionalism, top-notch experiences, and quality services. If you want more information and to view their full list of services, check out facebook.com/noodleboymedia. And I feel like he was at an anime convention, maybe not this past weekend, but maybe the prior one, up in the Maryland area. All right, the next shout out we got to give is to the individual who can help those people that have aches and pains in the greater Atlanta area from all those long gaming sessions, or perhaps you're just spending too much time in front of your office chair because work is strapping you down. That, of course,
I'm feeling very called out right now.
This is my life. So, Hero Chiropractic is a unique healthcare practice set up by Ryan Moore. The company's focus to elevate a patient's experience of freedom, creative expression, and joy. They believe that everyone could be a hero and has incredible heroic potential inside themselves waiting to be unleashed. Hero Chiropractic focuses on mobile chiropractic care in the greater Atlanta area. They are committed to healing clients by creating a plan of action uniquely suited for each person. They make that plan of action as convenient and affordable as possible, and most importantly, suited to your individual needs. For more information, go to herochiropractic.com. The next shout out we're going to give is to the music maestro himself, and that, of course, is Crosspad Creative. Need a new logo or want to work on a full branding and content strategy? Or maybe you need music or audio for your content, just like Alter Confusion. Crosspad Creative offers a whole host of solutions for individuals and small businesses. Just email Josh at crosspadcreative@gmail.com and see what he can do for you. And the final shout out we're going to give is to the individual who was the original patron on Patreon for Alter Confusion. That, of course, is Agile Axiom. By day, Axe leads both the development team and system administration team working with satellites at NASA's Goddard campus, but while not in meetings and many times during. He is the Agile evangelist, Agile Axe, championing the philosophy of Agile and trying to make the world a better place for software developers, testers, system admins, and software projects the world over. Decades of experience in software development and leading Agile teams are brought to bear against evil processes, inefficient work, and bad habits. For more information, go to agileaxiom.com. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to pause real quick and just give you a heads up. If you are watching this a recording or you're listening to this as a podcast and you want to get all that wonderful information, all the websites that we've given out, they are part of the description of every single Thursday Night Hangout. So you can just grab it from the description of from YouTube or on Podbean. So have no fear. This is not you don't have to write this stuff out or try to type it out and maybe fat finger a key.
But just imagine if they watched it live and you can just see it and they can click it in chat very conveniently.
This is true. This is very true. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know at this very moment in time, you are dying to know, how do I become a friend of the show? Well, it's simple. Ladies and gentlemen, Alter Confusion survives on the love and support of fans like you, and so we have a Patreon page. Patreon lets you, the fans, lovers, haters, demigods, interdimensional beings, gods, demons, aliens, vampires, werewolves, mummies, swamp creatures, supporters, and more become active participants of the work we love through a monthly membership. This gives you access to exclusive content, community, and insight into our creative process. In exchange, we gain a bit more freedom to do our best work and the stability we need to build an even stronger creative career. We have currently 2 different tiers. We have the $1 a month tier. That's $1 a month or $12 a year. What that gets you is early access to the playthroughs, as well as the ability to participate in patron-only posts. If you're feeling a little extra frisky, you could bump that up to a $5 a month. That's $5 a month or $60 a year tier. And that gets you everything at the $1 tier, but also you gain your name or organization is added to every single Friends of the Show section of the Thursday Night Hangout. So if you want to become a patron of Altered Confusion, go to Patreon. That's patreon.com/Altered Confusion. Now, of course, the next shout out we got to give is Altered Confusion is proud to say that we have been fundraising for Extra Life for 14 years straight. My kids aren't even that old. Extra Life is gamers doing what they do best, game, to help sick and injured children at their chosen Children's Miracle Network Hospital. The money that we raise through Extra Life will go directly to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta as unrestricted funds. This means that the hospital decides where and how to spend the money to ensure the dollars we raise make the biggest impact in the lives of the kids they treat. So, if you have the capacity to donate, please go to extra-life.org and search for Altered Confusion. Also, one final shout out, ladies and gentlemen, if you are dying to get your hands on some sweet Altered Confusion merch, all you got to do is go to alteredconfusion.tv/merch, and you too can have a hat like this one, or perhaps you want the coffee cup like this one, or perhaps you want the vinyl sticker like this one. Which, seriously, I don't know how long I've had that vinyl sticker on my car. Actually, you know what? I think I put that vinyl sticker on as soon as I bought the car. So that sticker has been on my car for 4 years? 3 or 4 years? Because I have to do the emissions test, so it's got to be, it's not 2 years. So maybe 3 or 4 years. And that thing is not faded at all. I've got other stickers that are professionally done that have faded on my car. But the Altered Confusion one holds out strong.
So I'm hearing is any sticker you actually want, you need to go online with our merch website and get it that way.
Yeah, apparently so. They've
Excellent.
got the secret formula. I don't know. I don't know. Also, you can get a pretty sweet pet food bowl. I'm saying pet food bowl instead of a dog food bowl because I don't want to discriminate, just in case, maybe you have a cat or some other animal that eats out of bowls. So
I'm afraid of sentient beings, and he might get confused by looking at the bowl and not know what to do. Be very unfortunate.
All right, let's jump back into the news. This one is fun to talk about. So we talked a couple of weeks about Chuck's Arcade, which is the grown-up version of Chuck E. Cheese, and it's basically just all your favorite arcade games plus animatronic beings, but less screaming kids and pizza parties. Sure. But in a weird turn event, let's talk about the kiddie version, Chuck E. Cheese. Recently, there in the city of Mobile, Alabama, there was a brawl that took place in a Chuck E. Cheese that left at least 20 injured individuals.
Wow. That's a very impressive.
Apparently, a gentleman lost his cool with a woman and a group of kids and started swinging for the fences, trying to deliver haymakers left and right. The man apparently punched quite a few kids in some sort of disagreement. Look,
that's a pretty big disagreement.
It's never good to start fights, okay? And let me just say this right here, right now: you don't hit a kid.
So I can hit you? That's what I'm hearing.
You've already hit me before, and I've hit you, Zealeus. That's old news.
I mean, fair, but I'm just double checking that it's still okay with you, and that things haven't changed that much.
This is true. Okay, but all right. So that happened in Mobile. So let's go over to Tallahassee,
Oh, there's
Florida.
more.
Oh yes, there's more. In Tallahassee, a an employee of Chuck E. Cheese at a Tallahassee Chuck E. Cheese had to be got arrested for stealing or basically credit card fraud, and the employee who was arrested was the individual who was in the Chuck E. Cheese mascot costume. And so all the parents and all the kids got to see Chuck E.
Goodness.
Cheese get arrested and walked out of the building and put into a cop car.
I wonder if that scarred any of the kids.
No,
What happened at Chuck E. Cheese?
not Chucky. Okay, so but just for those out there who want to know how much credit card fraud this guy got arrested for, it's $100.
I think they take that shit seriously. When I
Oh,
used to work
absolutely.
at Rio Bravo, there was a gal. I mean, we didn't wear cool Chuck E. Cheese outfits, but same thing. She was like, if it was a credit card tip for like $4, she changed the 4 to an 8, a 1 to a, I don't know, a 9, et cetera, et cetera. And that's what she would do in the credit card slips. And I mean, that's credit card fraud. And a couple people will figure that out. And yeah, you're in big doo doo. But same thing. She was working middle of her shift. Cops come in and haul her right out in handcuffs.
Yep.
Yep. They will. Yeah. And there's proof also. It's like you can verify pretty quickly what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I yeah, don't I make
And,
sure
I mean,
I make sure that I do all my math to perfection when I'm
Yeah.
signing credit card slips, and I also make sure that I tip well.
And I'm not trying to like obviously promote credit card fraud, but the problem with credit card fraud is there's a paper trail.
Yes.
Like, commit a crime. So what people would also do is, like bus boys, they would swipe cash off the table if you left a cash tip.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, there's no trail.
Oh, yep.
So it's again not advocating for stealing cash tips off of tables. Not that they happen very often nowadays, but that was the game you used to play.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
there was ways to do it where you wouldn't really have an easy way of getting caught. But credit cards, pretty easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although now a lot of places have like little electronic ones. Or like they actually bring you like the credit card terminal
Yep.
and you sign on there in your tip.
Yes. Those also freak me out, though. I have to admit.
Well, the thing you get now though is any place that takes credit cards, I feel like it defaults to asking you for a tip. So
Yes.
even places that like 10 years ago, you didn't think about tipping. Now it's like, oh, won't you tip me? And it's just like one of those like credit card defaults to just ask for.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. That happens. That revelation occurs to me when I go to like events, and the concession stands have the thing is like, and what would you like as the tip? I'm like, what tip for concessions?
Yeah, I know.
I've never done. I'm like, I tip for alcohol, but
Sure.
not for my overpriced hot dog and popcorn.
Like, can you give me my food first and then I'll write my tip in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about a game on Steam that
There's games on Steam.
that was going so poorly that the developers decided to unrelease the game, lay off staff, and there is a very, very good chance that this game never actually comes fully back. And that is Splitgate 2.
I've heard of that game.
So, I mean, you know,
Oh, it's because it's like one of those. Yeah.
so for
One of
those
those
who don't know,
free-to-play
Splitgate
shooters.
2 is the only free-to-play shooter with portals delivering next-level gunplay, fluid movement, and constantly evolving experience featuring a new battle royale where you can portal between unique worlds. Welcome to the future of sport. And they had to pull it back into beta because they had I don't know when the actual release was. Actually, no. Here I've got the release, May 22nd, 2025. So May, June. So in 2 months, they lost almost 90% of their audience.
Pretty good chunk.
Yeah. That tells you that something is not right.
It
You're
needs a
not
little bit of
retaining
work.
games. You're not retaining gamers at all.
Yeah, and it's tough because like single player games, if people purchase it up front, okay, life goes on.
Right.
But with a online multiplayer FPS, if you're not maintaining players, you got issues.
But okay, so let's look at it this way. I mean, I don't, to be completely honest with you, I don't think that they're actually going to make it back to a true release. Sorry, not sorry. But you're laying off people, you're shutting down servers. I don't see them being able to find something, reinvent the sauce to make it, actually worthwhile. But that being said, just think about the fact that they have the ability to pull it back, whereas back in like the early 2000s, it's all hard copies. Once you spit that thing out, there's no way to really pull it back in. I mean, I guess you could do like a recall. What was that game? There was a Batman game that they had to do a massive recall on.
One of the Arkhams, yeah.
Yeah. That was a fun broken bug.
Well, just the thing is, I'm quickly looking at the reviews, and it sounds like they basically made a worse version of Splitgate 1.
Fantastic.
Is what I've gathered. Like whatever I guess it's a portal shooter, cool.
Yeah.
But apparently whatever was great about Splitgate 1, they just made worse in every aspect, is what I'm understanding. Which is great.
See that? Okay, so this is kind of this type of, you got Splitgate, and then you have Splitgate 2, and so it's the sequel to the first.
So it's going to be better, right?
You're going to, it's got to be better, obviously, and also you're splitting your player base because not everyone's going to jump onto the new one, or maybe like Zealeus said, that a lot of people like, you broke stuff that we really enjoyed in the first one. But then you look at a game that truly has not had a sequel. They just keep throwing out DLC every once in a blue moon at this point, and that of course is World of Warcraft.
I mean, at this point, it's not even the same damn game.
Right, absolutely.
Same thing with Final Fantasy 14. I know, yes, you had the whole Realm Reborn version 2 of Final Fantasy 14, followed Final Fantasy 11. But now that once it found its footing, it's been the same game. More so 14 than World of Warcraft, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of, once you found that formula, why would you change it? I suppose to be the question, really.
Well, I mean, if you look back in the annals of history, you could see that creating a sequel to an online game could be very, very bad for you. And what I'm saying is, Evercrack versus Evercrack 2 was the first, basically like, this is not good. Also, because of EverCrack. I know that it's not called EverCrack; it's called EverQuest. But the amount of stuff that had to change in how things were done because of how intense EverQuest was, mainly, people selling and buying in-game stuff on eBay for real money, for lots of real money.
Yep.
And now,
What's interesting is apparently old school RuneScape, because there's RuneScape 2, I guess. But
Yeah.
apparently old school RuneScape is still super popular.
Yes.
All these years later.
It's this nostalgia thing that people just keep flocking back to it.
But
I don't know if I could actually do it.
Or do people actually enjoy playing the game? Or look at Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2, all these years later, is still coming out with expansions. And super popular. Well, I don't know if Guild Wars 2 is technically super popular, but it's popular.
It still has a good player base.
It does. So it's like you kind of have some established MMOs. And then everything else just kind of seems to almost try to be a gotcha game, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So DreamWorks did a very interesting thing for their latest animated film, the sequel to Bad Guys, called Bad Guys 2.
Oh,
gasp.
Now with more bad guys.
So what they're doing is that what they did, I should say, the end credits. I want to see if I can read this. I might need to get my glasses.
Oh boy, the age of the old man show.
Okay.
Wait, you already have glasses.
I know, Zealeus. I was being funny. Ha 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 ha. Basically, at the very end of the credits of Bad Guys 2, it said all rights in this work are reserved for purposes of laws in all jurisdictions pertaining to data mining or AI training, including but not limited to Article 4, parenthesis 3 of Directive EU 2019/790. This work may not be used to train AI.
Ah, interesting.
Because I think this is the first big studio. I mean, you've got Lionsgate going, oh, we're just going to use AI to pimp out movies to change the rating, or maybe put it in a style that you would like better. And then you've got DreamWorks going, don't touch my stuff. But then again, DreamWorks could probably use AI to do their own stuff. They just don't want a third party people basically, utilizing it to seed all their algorithms or whatever. But still, it's nice to see someone say something against AI. What'd you say, Zealeus?
It's going to be the AI wars.
Yes, very might be.
Oh, it is. That's what's coming, man. It's taking all of our power. It's taking all of our water. It's taking all of our brain cells.
I know this is kind of a little bit of a tangent, but we're talking about AI and it potentially taking over the world. There is a book series called, I think it's called The Scythe Cycle.
I don't know.
I want to make sure that that I give credit to the right guy. There it is. It is written by Neil Schusterman.
Okay.
It is The Arc of the Scythe, not The Scythe Cycle. Sorry, it's The Arc of the Scythe, and it's humanity has conquered death. Woo! And they basically are governed and control. They're all aspects of life are being handled by what's called the Thunderhead, which is basically the cloud in the sky, but like the more advanced version with sentience. So kind of like Skynet, but not the Terminators. What they don't have robots that kill people. They just have a special society of humans that live outside of the Thunderhead. The Thunderhead can't talk to them. They can't talk to the Thunderhead, and they're called Scythes. They are
Okay.
the Grim Reapers. Though they don't say they kill, they glean. You have, but it's actually a really good series. I just finished listening to the first book on Audible, and now I'm starting on the second book. It had some twisted turns that I didn't see, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
Nice.
And this is like all of a sudden it's become like a recommendation for Charlie by Charlie, but also graphic novel. I'm gonna have to cheat. It's on my tablet, so let me just pull it up real quick here. It is called. Oh, no! Don't make noises at me. Kill 6 billion demons. Is also a very interesting one to check out. There
They
you go.
actually killed. Did they actually kill 6 billion demons?
The main character's being told to do it. I don't have enough time to explain all the nuances of what happened, but basically there's a multiverse and God is dead, and there are 7 beings that share the power of God, and shit has gone corrupt. And a human from this version of Earth has been thrown into this reality at the center of all the multiverses called the Throne, and she's being tasked with killing 6. Did I say billion? Demons.
I heard 6 billion.
Yeah, 6 billion.
Cool.
So, okay. So real quick, I know we're getting close on the time, but I do want to, I did want to bring up the VTuber Iron Mouse leaving V Shoujo. That's the talent agency she's leaving.
Okay.
Look, if you are signing talent on or whatever, if you are the talent, if you're raising money for charity, make sure the charity actually gets it. The reason why Iron Mouse is leaving is the fact that her agency owes over $500,000 to charity that she helped raise. So she's leaving for the right reasons.
That's a good chunk of change. So is the company just pocketing that? Are they now the charitable foundation? It's like, thank you for letting our CEO pockets. We appreciate your donation.
So I think, I'm not 100% sure. I could be getting this story mixed up with another one, but from my understanding, I don't know if I think it's another one, but there's another organization that literally, yes, technically the money is slowly going to charity, but they're doing it through like a money market account. So they're getting, like, they're making dividends or, interest off of it.
Sneaky.
While they're, pushing. Of course, the more money you have the account, the faster, you accrue the interest.
Yeah.
But I think the final straw for Iron Mouse was for the charity for Immune Deficiency Foundation, and that money didn't get to where it was supposed to go.
Yep, pretty much. I think we can all agree not giving the expected proceeds to charity is a good level of douchebaggery.
Yeah. Zealeus and I being, individuals who have helped raise money for Extra Life for 14 years straight, now we don't have, the money's not coming to us. It's going directly to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta through the, oh my gosh, through the Children's Miracle Network Hospital pipeline.
That place that does the stuff.
But all the money that we've raised is going directly to it because I've gotten like thank you letters with the exact
Right.
amount that the donations were for. So I
We do
know
not,
for a fact
as
it's
much
going.
as I beg some of that to be siphoned off to Rose's food bill, we don't actually see any of it.
No. The only money that Alter Confusion sees is through the money that we raise through
Patreon,
through Patreon.
which is very clearly stated. This is for Alta Confusion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so with the little bit of time left, Zealeus, what are you playing?
I have been playing a ARPG called Hell Clock. It's basically, think of like Hades mixed with a more desktop style RPG is the best way I can put it. It is a roguelike, which typically I'm not the biggest fan of, but kind of like Hades, it's that action combat style that does it well. The other thing I also like about Hell Clock is when you do your runs, so there's basically 3 acts. Each act has, it's either 21 or 24 levels. I forget how many floors it is.
Mhm.
You can unlock basically red portals that skip you levels. So if you start at level 1 every time you do a new run, but if you made it to like the 20th floor, you might find a portal on floor 1 that then jumps you to floor 5.
Gotcha.
And then you get like a little EXP boost. So it's not like you fall behind necessarily because it's a rogue, so you have to level up every time.
Mhm.
But there's like different. So when you start out though, like you choose your skills for each run. So like whereas Hades, you kind of got like skills as you played.
Yeah.
Versus Hell Clock, you start off like I think it's 5 icons on your bar, and you choose what those icons, you choose what your skills are before the run. And then the run, then you choose like maybe, your shotgun does more damage or your knives have a bigger AoE. And those are your level ups as you play.
Gotcha. Cool.
But yes, it's definitely a good game. Definitely recommend it. They call it Hell Clock because there is a clock. It is not meant to be grindy. It's not a grindy ARPG, but there's a clock. And if you run out your clock, then you lose the run. I definitely turned that shit off because I like it casual.
There you go. There you go.
So yes, that is my flavor du jour right now.
I am playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on through Steam on the PC, and I have to say that I'm still running into like weird like rendering issues. Now I know I don't have like the uber awesome computer, but I'm not putting it on the ultra graphics, and so there's times where I'll be talking to someone and like their face will start getting more and more defined the longer it's on the screen.
Sure.
Which is weird. Been playing that, and of course, if you were watching the stream this past Tuesday, I played a game called Amnesia Rebirth, which is fucked up. And yes, I did play with the lights out because that's how it's supposed to be played.
Nice.
I don't know how far I got into the game, like a percentage. I know that I played for just under 2.5 hours. But whew, that is messed up, man.
Has your brain recovered yet?
I'm turning on lights when I go out of rooms. No, it's not that bad. That's only happened to me once.
Put a headlamp on.
I've only had one game that caused me to turn on every single light in my house, and that was when I was in a 1-bedroom apartment. So it wasn't a lot of lights, but still, that was bad because the game shook me so bad. It was called Condemned
Nice.
For the original Xbox, I think.
So it means it was well done.
It was very well done. I had this really bad fear that someone was at any moment going to bust through one of my internal walls. Yes, the internal walls of my apartment, which no one could actually get into, but bust out of those and like beat me over the head with a piece of rebar that had concrete at the end. That's what I literally thought that was going to happen if I didn't have all my lights on.
Nice. But the lights
Yeah.
scared them away.
The lights gave me enough time to see any change happening around me.
Would you be able to run away from somebody chasing you after with a piece of rebar?
Probably not. Okay, I didn't say it made a lot of sense. All I'm saying is that it made me more secure to have all the lights on in the house or in the apartment, okay?
Well, let you live in your own psychosis, sir.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like I know that everyone's not. There's people out there who don't find this specific film very scary, but when I saw the Blair Witch Project in movie theaters, it was I think during the summer, and I was just starting my cross country training, and one of my training routes went through a very. It was a 2-lane road that was heavily forested, and I probably ran my fastest through that area through the entire summer because I was afraid that I was going to die.
Mine was Fire in the Sky.
Oh,
and I thought I was going to be abducted by aliens for like years.
that is one, a very good movie, and two, yeah, I could, yes.
Especially as a kid, yes.
Yes. Oh, God, yes. Oh, God, yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have unfortunately reached the end of our show. So one more time, this is the old man right here, over here.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
If only I thought more wise to go with it.
Anyways, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone for tuning into the Altered Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. For myself, Charlie, and Zealeus, it's been a pleasure getting to come our heads, our mouths, and of course, our hearts. We'll be back next Thursday for another Altered Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
Remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world.
Amen to that, brother. And we're out.
Where are we out to?
All right. 2 titles for the show. An Ultra-Violent First or Daisies and Happy Rainbows?
Daisies and Happy Rainbows. Let's try to be
right.
positive in a world full of dog shit.
I can't complain with that. Consider it done.
Ice.
Yeah, I have to say that I'm not loving this this second chapter of Final Fantasy VII as much as I did of the first one. I just feel like they've jammed so much into it, and also I feel like I don't know. I'm having a harder time actually surviving combat. It's like the I don't know what I'm doing. There's in like a specific area. Let's just say I'm just making up this area. It doesn't actually exist, but let's just say that you are in a mountain cave, okay?
Yeah.
And in this mountain cave is like groups of ice bears and toxic monkeys and fire rabbits, okay? So the fire rabbits, like within seconds, I can decimate them. And then the ice bears, it's a battle, but I can handle my shit. But then the toxic monkeys, I'm almost on the brink of death every single time I fight them. It's all in the same area. And I just don't understand.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're in an area, yes, there's going to be, maybe there's like an enemy that's going to be a little bit harder, you know? So instead of being able to wipe the floor with them, maybe you lose, I don't know, 10% of your, if you're wiping the floor with one creature from that area, then maybe your toughest one, you're losing 10% or maybe 25% of your life, right? Not,
and they're not even like mini bosses or
yeah,
like
no,
like
just normal, like packs of monsters, and there's going to be, you know, numerous things. It's just
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Also, not a huge fan of the fact that I've got to do enough action in order to get an action point so I can actually do use an item or cast a spell, which also cost MP, or
Mm,
do one of your special skills.
yeah.
I want to be able to use items when I want to, not
Oh,
I'm basically hamstrung by my action points. Let's see. Do I use this action point to potentially win and be close to death, or do I use this action point to heal and probably get hit for as much damage as that potion's going to, and I'm still in the same boat, and I then have to regain another action point?
that's what I like with Clear Obscura having the ability to spend your turn to give your teammates action points.
Yes.
And it doesn't cost you anything. It's just that's easier for your turn. So
And
to
there's
me, that's like the perfect balance
yeah.
of like buffing your team with like, as you put it, like feeling like you're losing something in the process.
Well, the other thing is that in Final Fantasy VII, you get there's a max of 2. It's not like you can hoard them up.
Yeah.
Where in Clear Obscure, you get you can those I
Upgrade your
can't
number that you host. Yeah.
well you can also later on you can gain the ability to when you do this you can gain additional AP for certain actions.
Sure.
And
Yes.
so you can, you could set up a lot. And then, of course, the fact is that there are a lot of actions that require like 5 or 7 or even 9 AP. But
Yeah.
you have a wide range.
Yep.
Anyways, that's just me, probably crying in my oatmeal or whatever it is. But whatever, man. Okay, so I have 3 potential games that I'm going to be playing for the playthrough, for early access playthrough. I just need to make sure that it's actually doable. One's called The Invisible Hand. Another's called Along the Edge, and the third one, oh damn it, somebody rearranged some of these icons.
Mm.
Balls, where are you? Where are you? Uh-oh. It's somewhere there. There's the third one somewhere. Maybe it's on this side of the screen. Yeah, Tales Noir Preludes, because we actually did uh, a playthrough for the original.
Nice.
This one, of course, is a prelude, so it's kind of a prequel. Esh. And then we could go really old school, and there's Figment and Figment 2. I could also do that as well if I wanted to. But
Like
anywho,
of your imagination.
actually, I interviewed one of the people that helped make Figment a reality at MomoCon many, many years ago. Yeah.